Welcome back, welcome back. Right, me and my daughter played 9 holes earlier, and I played off the blue tees. And do you know what? If you're a beginner golfer, right, and you like to get your score down and be in control of the ball on the hole, play on the furthest tees forward that you can, randomly, a couple of occasions, and just don't use the driver. Use a 3-wood, use a hybrid, use the irons. It's possibly the most enjoyable game of golf I've had, in terms of my shots and how I've played, that I've had for a while. And there is no shame as a beginner golfer, if you're looking just to, you know, be in control. That's the most important thing there. The sound of them cars. The most important thing is being in control of the game, the ball and everything. And it's the most in control I've felt. Now, my score, I can't remember what it was actually. I think it was like plus 12. Yeah, plus 12. And what let me down was the putting. My putting let me down. But to be honest, I wasn't really too focused on that, because I was more focused on my daughter's game. But she done really well. And I was semi-focused on mine, but what I wanted to do was to see if me playing off the blue tees with her, if I could keep my ball in play so we can just play on the hole that we're playing, because her shots always go on the fairway. They always go down the fairway. She hits the ball 50, 60, 70 yards at a time. Okay? And her direction is spot on. She's not trying to hit it hard. She's just using the swing of the club. Us as fully grown adults, that's not how we play. We try and hit it hard. And I went, you know what, let me go with the swing of the club. I used the 3-wood, and I used my 7-iron a couple of times, my 9-iron and my pitch wedge. Didn't even use the 5-iron. And I enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, the score is not the best round I've hit. It was on track to be. Well, I called it a blow up. It was a triple bogey. That was the worst that happened. I just had a couple of double bogeys and they just added up. Couple of pars. But if you want a confidence builder and enjoyable round, play off the front tees, and don't be ashamed to do it as a practice round. Now, what I'm thinking now is, when I'm playing with my daughter or on my own, I'm going to do the blue tees. Because in my mind, if I can get close to hitting par on the blue tees, then all I've got to do is club up from the tee shot, or club up on my second shot if I step back to the reds or the yellows. And that's it. So, that's my new strategy. Blue tees it is. Now, when I play with my mates on a Monday, we all play off the yellows, we're all level pegging. It's not about the score, it's about having a laugh and having a bit of fun and a social. But there is definitely something, and I've never seen anyone say anything like this: play off the front tees until you get good enough. Now, I've seen a few people say, well, play off the tees that are suitable for your level. Right? What I will say is the front tees, the blue tees, are designed for OAPs and juniors. They're still 250 yard holes. The furthest one today was 300 yards, 310, so they're still like, yeah, they're not 500 yard par 5s. But I enjoyed it, and that was the most important thing. I enjoyed it. It was stress free. I did lose a ball in the lake on the same hole that my daughter put it on the green from the same position. She's 9. Been playing less time than me. Let's not talk about that too much. But yeah. So for me, I learned something today. Never to be driving behind a boy racer is one of the things I learned. But I learned that it takes time. You can move back the tee boxes whenever you get to that level, right? You can, you know, add new clubs in and all this and whatever, right, as time goes on. But the bare basics of a 250-yard hole, or play on the yellows and it's 320, that's 70 yards, you can just club up. Now, would I use the driver off the blues? I don't know, because my drive could take it on the green, it could take it past the green, if I hit it well. Possibly. My last hole, I was on the edge of the green with a 3-wood. So I think the maximum club I would use is a 3-wood. I think a 3 or a 5 would be, a 5-wood would be perfect for the course that I play on. And then once I get within 5 over from the blues, or consistently around that figure, then I'll go up to the reds. And once I do it again on the reds, then I go to the yellows. And that's how I'm going to play. That's my strategy. Now some people go, no, just go straight to the yellows. I could do that. I've been playing from the yellows. But for me, after today, I think I'm going to play from the blues. I'm going to enjoy playing golf. I'm not going to get peer pressured into playing further back. And if I go to other golf courses, I'm going to play further forward. I'm going to play from the front. I've got no shame in it. Because why? Why does it matter what I'm doing to other people? Let me know. Are you new to golf, or when you was new to golf, is that something that worked for you? Is that something that you did? Did you just go straight to the yellows, think you was a big boy, and it just, you wasn't getting the scores that you know you should be? Was you yeah, what did you do? Do you sometimes play from the front tees just to have a bit of a short game? Because it completely changes the strategy of the hole. You know, most golfers break the hole down. If it's 250 yards, do I want to lever a 3-wood 220 and then be left with a 30-yard chip shot? It's a bump and run onto the green, isn't it? Or do you want to hit a 7-iron 150 and then just leave yourself with a nice full pitch wedge or 3/4 pitch wedge onto the green? Depends what your favourite shot is, really, doesn't it? If your favourite shot is chipping in and around the green, then go for it, get the 3-wood out. But if that's your worst shot, well then why would you? And that's the beauty of it, I think. You get to mix it up, and you've always got to strategize around your favourite shot. Like, your favourite shot should be your approach shot. So if your favourite is your 9-iron and you're comfortable with a 120 yard on your 9-iron, no matter where you are on the golf course, you can do 120 yards with your 9-iron. That should be your goal, to have your tee shot around, leaving you around the 120 marker. That's what I think. I am open to conversation on this, by the way, because I am no professional. I am most certainly not giving advice, I'm just expressing, conversing about the things that go through my head as a beginner golfer to try and improve. Now I am going to go and play a proper short course in the next couple of weeks to work with the short game, because my putting is diabolical most of the time, and that's the problem I'm trying to overcome. And I see a video where they said the putting area is a game within the game of golf. It is completely different to the rest of the round, but it is the club that you use the most. And I was like, that's annoying, because it's the one you practice the least, isn't it? And it should be the other way round. We go to the driving range, right? We hit for 60, 90, 120 balls at a time, right? How long did you spend on the putting practice area? And that's, so there's a putting practice area where I play. We spent about a 45-minute session on there, having a little practice, little scenarios and whatever else. And you know what? I'm going to be doing a lot more of it, because I need it. I need it. And if I can nail the stuff when I get close to the green, the chip shots and the long parts, and then making sure it's always a 2-putt or a 2-shot from the fringe to the hole, it's going to make my score come right down. No triple putts, no like flipping it from one side of the green to the other. That is going to probably, out of my 9 holes, probably shave 4 or 5 shots off, just by getting good at putting. So again, if you're a beginner golfer and you're currently doing alright down the fairway, you're doing good with your drives and tee shots and whatever else, get your putting practice in. And if you have got a putting practice area, go 10 yards off the putting practice green. I did this today, it worked for me really, because some of the shots I did on the course come from this practice. Plunk the ball down, try and bump and run it within tapping distance of the hole. I did it, there's no real science behind it, I just dropped the ball, or I just threw the ball wherever it landed. Right, I've got 2 shots to get this in the hole. We're probably talking 20 to 30 yard shots, using my pitch wedge to, you know, bump and run it as close to the hole as possible, and then tap it and like putt it in with 1 shot. And that's the 2 shots within 30 yards. The problem was the practice that turned into reality was that some of them were still a 2-putt after the chip, the bump and run. And that was the downside. But I'll tell you what, that practice made me a bit more confident on taking them shots on. So yeah. So I think that's about it really. Just wanted to share that little bit of experience that I gained today with you. But yeah, again, don't feel any way ashamed of playing from the front tees. Do it. You might really enjoy it actually. You might enjoy it more if you're really caring about your score, which I am. Anyway, see you in a bit. I'm playing tomorrow, so I'm going to play with the blue tees on my own and see what score I can get. I'm aiming for no more than 6 over. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know how I get on. See if actually it is just a way of getting your score down and giving you a bit more confidence around golf course. See you next time.